Hey everyone, so much going on in the kitchen today. Lots of ideas for $2 meals to feed the family of four. $2 for the whole dinner. That's what I'm saying. Not $2 a person, $2 a meal. So let me show you. Alright, look at this beautiful produce from my very own garden. We have some lettuce, we have this fabulous zucchini, tomatoes, some basil, the banana is not from my own garden. I did not grow the banana. So, I have a little film clip of us in the garden picking the produce. So I'm going to show you that, and then we'll come back.
Today we have our amazing garden, and we planted it from seeds, from scratch. Yep. So today we are going to pick it and show you how you can pick other fruits and vegetables in your own garden.
All right. Groundhog ate a lot of our plants, so it's not been as great as it should be. But here we have our tomato jungle.
Here, Mom.
Here, you can pick this one too, sweetie. That one looks ripe.
And there's one little red one.
We grew that.
There's one little.
Here we go. Here's another. Autumn's going into the jungle too.
Here.
Oh my gosh.
Where did you put that fancy pepper?
5.
I'm big.
This is rather prolific. Check this out. These are our strawberry plants, and it's really late in the season for strawberries, but it's growing new flowers, which makes me think it's going to grow more strawberries. I know, pick that one. Here, Autumn, you want to try that? You guys can eat those.
I'll try one.
These ones look a little mushy. Let me see if, I didn't expect strawberries this late in the year, so I haven't really been looking out for them, but they have new flowers. How was it, Autumn? Is it good? You think it's good? Okay. Look at that. Compared to the size of my delicate hand.
Here.
Okay. Alright, girls, you want to pull the zucchini? I'll hold the plant so you don't... Here, let Autumn hold it too. Each grab on. Ah, there you go. What do you have there, girls?
A zucchini! I'm just thinking...
Are you singing a lullaby to your little darling? That's nice. Alright, Neve, you want to come out? Okay, so wasn't that cute? Yes, it was. Alright, now, why are we making so many things at one time today? Because I want to bake a zucchini bread with the huge zucchini we just picked. So since I'm going to have the oven on, I want to cook other things in the oven at the same time to make use of the energy I'm using to heat the oven, right? So what else am I making in the oven along with the zucchini bread? I have 6 potatoes in there already baking. I just have the oven on preheating. It's not even that hot yet, but I popped the regular potatoes in as well as 6 sweet potatoes to just let them bake, and then they'll be done, and I can use them in the next few days for whatever, to make a sweet potato casserole, to make home fries with the potatoes, whatever, you know. Always good to have those on hand. I also made another apple crisp, which I'm not showing you how I made because I have another apple crisp video, and I'll put the link below for that. I'm also going to cook a piece of chicken in the oven while it's on for everything else. I got this piece of chicken out of my mother's freezer, so technically to me it was free. And I want to say it cost about $1, but I'm gonna overestimate because I want to bring these meal ideas to you at $2 or less for the entire meal, and I don't want to lie and pretend the amounts are less than they really are, because I feel like I've seen a lot of videos where people are saying they're feeding their whole family for a certain amount of money, and they get 8 million views because people think, oh wow, you're feeding your whole family for $25 a month. And it's not true. You know, it's not true. It's a lie because they're saying, oh, well, first shop your pantry and see what you have there before you go out shopping. Well, of course you shop your pantry first, but you did pay for that stuff. That stuff does cost money. Or they don't figure in the cost of spices or oil or other things that actually do cost money. Just because they're staples and you have them in the house doesn't mean they didn't cost you money. So we're going to say that the chicken costs $1.50. So we have cut up raw chicken in the little baggie. We got your hamburger helper type thing, but it says chicken helper, sweet and sour chicken. I thought my kids would like this because of the sweet flavor of the sauce. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the flavor packet out of here. There's rice, there's sauce, and there's the spice packet for the chicken. So there's the sauce mix, there's the rice, season coating for the chicken. Now what the directions say to do is to coat the chicken with this seasoning and then fry it in oil. But since I have the oven going anyway, I am going to kind of do this like shake and bake style. I'm going to put the seasoning in the bag with the chicken and toss it around to coat it, and then I'm just going to pop it in the oven to bake while everything else is cooking in there. So we're going to have the chicken in there going with the potatoes to start off with. And I'm actually going to I'm going to cook up 2 boxes of the chicken helper at one time. Kind of make a double batch, even though I'm probably using a lot less chicken than is called for, but basically this is going to stretch the meal way out. So we're going to have like all this rice and sauce and some chicken. The 2 chicken helpers were free with coupons. So the cost so far is just that chicken, which we're going to estimate at $1.50, though I think it was less. And then we could add other vegetables to this meal, certainly, though I doubt my kids would eat them if I put in a bunch of, I don't know, broccoli and pineapple and other things. I know pineapple's not a vegetable, but you know. So they'll probably just get baby carrots on the side. There we go. It's coated. So that's going in the oven too. Now, onward with our mega zucchini. This zucchini is going to do oh so much for us. We're going to make zucchini bread with it. But this is huge, right? This is way too much for a zucchini bread. So some of it's going to go for the zucchini bread, and then the other part I'm going to chop up into little pieces, and I'm going to put it in the saute pan on the stove with onions, which are already on there sauteing, and then the cut up tomatoes from our own garden. So the tomatoes and the zucchini are ostensibly free because I grew them. The onions, I don't even know to tell you how much the onions cost because I had them chopped up in my freezer from last summer. So to me that counts as free. I have no idea. I had so many onions last summer and I just froze bag after bag after bag. Now really this recipe, the tomato zucchini recipe, this is to put over pasta. It's really better with shallots than with onions. But I don't have shallots, or shallots, as my children like to call them. So we're going to use onions because you use what you have. So this one big monkin zucchini is going to do oh so much for us. So let's get the zucchini bread going first. And the onions are sweating away over there on the stove. Start off with 3 cups of flour in our bowl. To that, we are going to add 2 cups of sugar. Sugar. There you go. We are going to add a teaspoon of baking powder. And a teaspoon of baking soda. And a teaspoon of salt. Here we go. Now the recipe calls for 1 cup of grated zucchini. I'm not going to grate my zucchini. I'm just going to puree it in the NutriBullet. And I'm going to have to sort of guesstimate regarding how much of this is a cup. And if I have a little too much, I don't really care. And if I don't have quite enough, again, I don't really care. I think it's going to be okay. So, let me get the eggs in here first. Use 3 eggs. I don't know why I don't feel like grating the zucchini. I just do it this way. I do have to grate up some nutmeg though. Alrighty, now I'm going to cut this zucchini up into, I don't know. I'm going to just try to estimate what a cup would be. I mean, this is a big hunkin' wonkin' zucchini here. Let's cut off this bit. Alright, so I'm not saying it conforms exactly to the shape of the measuring cup, but it kind of almost does. Like, it kind of, it kind of does conform to the shape of the measuring cup. There's a little bit of space around here, so I'm going to cut it at a little bit higher than the 1 cup mark. Good enough, right? All right, so we're going to cut it at about there. And we're going to say this is a cup of zucchini. That is what we're going to say. So I'm going to cut it into small bits to put in the NutriBullet with the eggs. And we will blend that up and add it to the dry ingredients. Then we have this huge amount of zucchini. See, we'll have these 2 pieces left to go with our onions and tomatoes in the saute pan to become the topping for pasta, which is another frugal dinner. Now, the vegetables really didn't cost me anything because I grew them, and I have this delightful Ronzoni Garden Delight pasta, which I got when it was on sale with a coupon, and this cost me 50 cents. But there's a deal running this week as well where I'll be able to get 4 boxes of this free. But I didn't get them yet, so this one wasn't free. This was 50 cents. So the pasta with these vegetables on top, 50 cents for that meal so far. So we can obviously add more to that for that dinner. So we'll get all this zucchini in here that we thought was about a cup. I'm going to add a little bit of tiny chunk more. I'm one of those people who feels like if a little bit is good, a huge amount will be even better. Right? Like I used to make peanut butter cookies all the time. So if the recipe called for a cup of peanut butter, and I thought, ooh, a cup of peanut butter, that'll be good, but a cup and a half will make it even better. So I just always add more, and of the primary ingredient, thinking that's just always going to be better. And it sometimes is. Park across the street, you could probably walk to, not drive to, but
Okay.
have a good time. Pick some more apples, okay?
Okay.
All right. To go into the park. Okay, excellent. So,
Yes, I have your phone, in case you need to know that.
and Daddy has my phone.
Yeah.
So we're going to blend this up. All right? We're pureeing our eggs and our zucchini together.
Hey.
There's so much going on today.
It's you.
All right, see, that's really easy. That's easier than grating the zucchini. It's just all blended together with the eggs, okay? So, the egg and zucchini goes in with the dry ingredients plus a cup of oil. And of course I'm out of oil, so I'm melting margarine to go in instead. All right, pureed zucchini with eggs. We'll add that in. We add in our melted margarine. And we're going to add in some vanilla extract. Oops. The recipe calls for 2 or 3 teaspoons of cinnamon. But I am a very enthusiastic fan of cinnamon. So I'm going to probably add a bit more than that. Now the recipe doesn't originally call for nutmeg, but I always make it with nutmeg. I think nutmeg is critical to the flavor of zucchini bread. It's kind of what makes zucchini bread uniquely zucchini bread. It must have nutmeg. And I was low on spices, particularly nutmeg. I was out of nutmeg. So I wanted to buy some yesterday at the grocery store. And I found it just to be too expensive. I mean, spices are really expensive. And that's why when people tell you, oh, I'm feeding my whole family for $30 a week, or I only buy $50 worth of groceries twice a month, I think it's a load of horse crap, because they're not figuring in the staples that they already have on hand, which cost them money. You can't just consider spices to be a freebie that you can throw in because they cost money. Now, I coupon for cinnamon. I've gotten cinnamon free. But I wasn't going to pay $5 for nutmeg. Granted, it would probably last me a long time because I really only use it for zucchini bread. But I just wasn't going to do that because that's just not the budget this week. So I got this little packet. See that? Of these little nutmeg guys. There's 4 of them in there. And that was only 59 cents. So I'm going to have to grate that myself. I've never done that before. I don't even know what that's going to be like. Again, how exciting. New experiences. Okay, so we're stirring up the zucchini. On the counter and on the floor. Okay, we're going to stir up the zucchini batter without spilling any more of it and put some cinnamon in, and then I'm going to grate this nutmeg. Alrighty, so that's getting mixed up quite nicely, and I'm going to put a whole bunch of cinnamon in because I love it. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, that's a lot, but I don't know. Can you ever have too much cinnamon? I don't know. I don't think so. I think the answer would be no. No, you can't have too much cinnamon. Alright, so we'll mix that in. That just smells so delightful. I don't know, that's a lot of cinnamon. Maybe I did put too much in. I don't know. I'm having trouble mixing it all in. Now we're going to try grating this nutmeg. And I have, this is really a very classy device I have here. This I use, it's broken. See? It's supposed to have yellow plastic all the way around and a yellow handle. So, I don't even, it's broken. It's old. I've had it a long time. And I use this when I grate, like lemon or orange peel to make zest. So I'm going to use this for the nutmeg because I don't know how else to do it. Nutmeg, it looks like an acorn, but I don't think you could substitute acorns for this. Don't do that. Alright, let's see how this works, grating it. It is working. I don't think this is the sharpest thing in the world, my little broken zester. But, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That smells so amazing. I'm never going to buy nutmeg again that's already grated. I'm going to buy these and grate my own. Smell that! Look, oh my God, that's so amazing. We're dumping in the nutmeg. Alright, so we stir in the nutmeg. Yes, it smells very, very, very good. Alright, so we're going to pour the batter into our 2 loaf pans that I sprayed with cooking spray from Aldi. Now, I meant to put in walnuts. I just got walnuts the other day at Aldi, and I just freaking forgot. But I'm always going to tell you to put walnuts in your baked goods because I love walnuts, and now I'm a little sad that I forgot because that was stupid of me. But walnuts, walnuts, walnuts. Okay, so these 2 suckers are going into the oven at 350, and I'm thinking they'll take about an hour. I'm also going to put in the apple crisp that I prepared earlier, and it's been sitting around waiting to get its turn in the oven. Okay, so far everything looks good in the oven. I'm really helping the oven multitask for me. It's very happy about that. Now, we're going to work on that pasta topping I was talking about with the zucchini and the tomatoes and the onions, which really should be shallots, but we're doing onions. Okay, and fresh basil. I have fresh basil. We're going to cut up the zucchini into these little chunks. I was just about to say this is not brain surgery. I was watching a video last night and somebody said, well, this isn't rocket surgery. Like she was combining the metaphors of this isn't rocket science and this isn't brain surgery, and she said it's not rocket surgery. That kind of cracked me up. Alright, so lots of little zucchini chunks. Like I feel like I'm getting like a God complex sort of. Like I created life. Like I created this zucchini. Me, myself, with my magical powers. Ex nihilo. I have created. Ex nihilo? What does that mean? I'll tell you what that means. It means out of nothingness. It's from Latin. And so for all you theologians out there, for all you Christians, God created everything out of nothingness. Like there was nothing already created that God had to work with to create stuff. Like there was never another creator before God who created stuff and he was using that stuff to create his stuff. Does that make sense? Like God has the power to create out of nothingness. Ex nihilo. I know, I am full of fun facts. I know you did not expect that. With your $2 dinner cooking tips. I know. I'm full of surprises. But anyway, I fully realized that that was complete blasphemy. I did not create this zucchini myself, ex nihilo. I am not God. I did not create the zucchini. God and nature created this zucchini. Picking a tomato that I grew myself, I mean, it's not quite on the level of giving birth to a child, but it's like that. It's like I've created life! Alrighty, so now chopping tomatoes. Delicious, lovely tomatoes. This recipe works really, really well with cherry tomatoes, actually, but what I have going are these kind of tomatoes. There is our lovely pink plastic plate full of chopped up zucchini, tomatoes, and then a little bit of ripped up basil. I grew basil, and so that's all going into, wait a minute, where are we? So it all goes into the pan. Alright, we'll stir it up a little bit. Let that simmer for a while. Probably just add some salt. Alright, here I am with all of my taste testers. First, we're going to try the zucchini bread. This was made with that gigantic zucchini autumn that you were rocking like a baby.
I don't like it.
You don't like it?
Good.
Do you like it, Autumn? Alright, Autumn likes it, Neve doesn't really like it. What do you think, Daddy?
I like it.
You do? I thought it was way too sweet, to be honest. I thought I would cut way back on the sugar the next time I make it. Daddy likes it,
I
though.
think you need another bite.
You want another bite? She doesn't like it. Well, it's too sweet.
She'll like it.
Daddy likes
I
it.
know.
Autumn likes it. The apple crisp, that came out good. Alright, now guys, I want you to try your $2 frugal dinner. It's sweet and sour chicken, and then you have your little, well, I know you like baby carrots. You don't have to try that. And Eve's just eating plain lettuce from the garden. Alright. Thumbs up for the plain lettuce? Oh, that's nice. Alrighty. Little rice and a little chicken. What do you think?
I don't like the chicken, but I do like the rice.
You don't like the chicken, but you do like the rice. Autumn, you like the zucchini bread? Yes? Alright. Alright, okay, Daddy is going to try the Hamburger Helper type brand Chicken Helper sweet and sour chicken. What do you think?
Very good.
Really? Neither
It's like Chinese food.
does it? Neither child liked it, so this is going to be 4 meals for Daddy instead of 1 meal for 4 people. Alright, so Daddy gets 4 meals for under $2. Because he's going to eat all the rice and the sweet and sour chicken. We also have the tomato, onion, zucchini combo to go on top of the 50-cent pasta tomorrow night. So that's a 50-cent meal that we can add to. This whole cooking extravaganza was inspired by the gigantic zucchini because I wanted to make zucchini bread, but then I knew I'd have more of it left over to make the vegetables, and since I had the oven going for the zucchini bread, that made me want to cook all the other things in the oven, like the chicken to go with the chicken helper, and the potatoes, and the apple crisp because I had all those apples. So, we've done a lot of cooking today, and that means a lot of leftovers and heating things up in the next few days, which is very convenient. I'm happy about that. So, you actually like that?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's good. I wonder why the girls didn't like it.
It tastes like it came from... It's just a sweet and sour pork or chicken. Sweet and sour.
It tastes like sweet and sour chicken from
The Chinese place in town. Maybe the girls don't like that taste. It's not that it's bad. This is really good. This tastes just like a Chinese restaurant.